House's main entrance to be closed to the public, and we're going to show you why here.
Yeah, I mean, take a look at this video. This was last week when a man attacked a defense attorney right in the middle of the day outside of that main entrance on 3rd Avenue. A bus driver and a court marshal actually had to jump in to try and help here. This, unfortunately, is just one of a number of reported assaults in this area. So in response, that entrance has now been closed as of this morning, and it will be remaining that way until at least next year. So Brandy is here. I mean,
yeah.
It just seems like a crazy thing. I guess we shouldn't be surprised, but that is a main entrance to the courthouse.
Yeah, so logistically speaking, this is going to be a big difference down there. Certainly, it has much more capacity there. This is the entrance everyone uses, and so now people are going to have to use the entrance on 4th Avenue. But you're right, this isn't a surprise. I mean, this issue has been getting worse for a long time. Judges have been sounding the alarm about it for a long time, and they have concerns about people coming to the courthouse. I mean, you only come to the courthouse when you have important business, and to be scared to go there is not right, and it's not a good thing. And so the presiding judge in King County issued an official order closing those doors on 3rd Avenue. I'm going to read from the order that he put out yesterday, saying in part, and this is Judge James E. Rogers, again, the presiding judge for King County Superior Court. He said, "These safety conditions have the effect of discouraging and denying access and therefore justice to all who seek it from our court. And it also," he wrote, "discourages jury service." And that's a big concern as well, is that you're asking people to come in for their duty to serve as jurors, and you certainly don't want them scared for their life when they show up to the courthouse. I want to also read for you in just a moment. So the chair of the King County Council put out a statement about this, saying he's going to work with his fellow council members to try to come up with some ways to make it safer down there. But he also seemed to be putting the responsibility in part on the city of Seattle and the Seattle Police Department. I'll read from you a statement that Council Chair Rod Dembowski put out yesterday, saying, "I have advocated directly to Mayor Durkin to increase the city's police presence around the courthouse. Unfortunately, security remains a serious concern with inadequate attention and action to date." So this morning, I have reached out to the Seattle Police Department. I've also reached out to the mayor's office to get their take on whether they should be providing a larger police presence down there, and their reaction to the council members seeming to blame them in part. And you also have to remember, this is a time when the Seattle Police Department is not staffed to the level that it needs to be, and there's a lot of areas of the city that have concerns over crime.
But will closing this entrance really do anything in terms of safety?
Well, look, so yes and no. This is certainly the entrance where all these things are happening. The 4th Avenue entrance is much different. There's not as much foot traffic and all of that there. But to me, what this does is basically just give these people fewer targets. Doesn't mean that the violence is going to stop. It doesn't mean the unprovoked attacks are going to stop and the safety concern. But it does give them, I guess, less victims to choose from. And I hate to put it that way, but that's the reality. And you might be asking, well, why is 3rd Avenue such an issue? You see part of the problem right there. There's a big bus stop there. We have known for a long time that there is sort of a connection between where bus lines are and concerns over crime. We've seen that downtown with shootings, for instance, where people come down, commit an act of violence, hop on a bus and leave. The other issue is you have two kind of open park areas, one right next to the courthouse, one across the street where an old fountain used to be, where people congregate. You also have a lot of social services down there along 3rd Avenue. 4th Avenue is a little harder to get to. It's uphill. So on that note, if you are disabled and you just, your bus dumps you on 3rd Avenue and you're not going to push, yourself up 3rd Avenue to 4th Avenue to use that entrance, this 3rd Avenue entrance will still be open to you if you can't reasonably be expected to get up to 4th Avenue to use that entrance. But we'll see what the response from everyone involved is, and I'll let you guys know when I hear back from the city of Seattle about what they're going to do when it comes to getting more police down there.
Brandy, thank you.
Yeah.
Also this morning here, it is 7:38 right now. The